Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, ready to foolishly brave the frozen wastes of the Canadian frontier like a Jack London character trying to build a fire in the Wintermute build of the Long Dark. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's all I've got to say. I've never before been so stoked to face packs of ravenous wolves, frostbitten fingers, and the frozen corpse of Sean Bean. Story mode is here. Story mode is here, courtesy of the good folks at Hinterland Studios, and it's time for me to slap on a maple leaf emblazoned toque, grab a can of Stacy's grape soda and a bottle of Vicodin, and find out whether our protagonist has what it takes to live the life of the true North, strong, free, and smacked out of our gourd on powerful opioids and tidy bowl blue. That's the way they do it. The true North, strong and free. Free to take, Vicodin and drink toilet water. What is the Long Dark, Pete? Well, I've played a lot of Long Dark on my Twitch channel. I've actually have a series on the Long Dark that I played like a year ago. But prior to now, the Long Dark was a wilderness sandbox survival game where the player squared off against bitter solitude, brutal cold, and a bunch of savage wildlife. All that, of course, is still here should you choose to play in the sandbox mode, which they, I think, now call survival mode. But the last several recent patches have really ramped up the difficulty in survival mode. And in addition to that, they brought out the most recent patch today, the Wintermute patch, which has introduced the first 2 episodes of the survival story. And my question is, will it be Anna or Will, or maybe we might even get to play both, who knows? I'm not sure yet who the protagonist is, but I'm itching to dig in and see if I've got what it takes to survive the brutal Canadian cold. Seriously, I've been waiting like a year to give this game a whirl. I'm super stoked, and I'm not going to dither another minute, because there's a hearty jug filled with some toilet water and a can of Mighty Dog out there somewhere in this frozen wasteland, and they've got my name written all over them. Let's get to work. All right, Wintermute. You'll see I have a resume. I have played exactly 2 minutes, I think, of the story so far, just to make sure that the sliders and whatnot load. So I'm coming at this as blind as you are. Let's do it. New story. Episode 1, Do Not Go Gentle. Episode 2, Luminous Fugue. Got to complete episode 1 first. All right, let's do this. It looks like we're going to be playing as, I'm guessing this is Will? I mean, we're definitely a dude, so it's probably not Anna, which is good because that means we won't have to put up with brittle bird bone syndrome right off the bat. Girl could break an ankle over a 1 millimeter hurdle. What's going on, though? Ooh. Okay, we seem to be injured. Burning wreckage. Plane crash, I'm gonna guess. Are we dead? Who the hell's Mackenzie? I thought her name was Will. Now, my name is Will. Wait, am I Will Mackenzie? Am I one of the Mackenzie brothers? Am I the long-lost triplet of Bob and Doug? Will Mackenzie, the long-lost... Oh, take off, you hoser. We can do it. Okay, so, man, the Aurora Borealis is freaking beautiful. Who the hell is Astrid? I thought the girl's name was Anna. Her name is Astrid? Oh, that looks painful. Yeah, we should, like, hold still and pull that out of there. Okay, we got a little quick time click event. Let's click. Ooh, that's gonna suck. Also, you probably should have left. Hey, where's the, like, gushing blood and spurting arterial spray that should be right now splattering the snow? Hey, rose hips, gimme. We don't need these yet.
Find some shelter from this wind.
Okay, find some shelter from the wind. Got it. Journal updated. We have a journal? Journal. If you remain exposed, you'll die. Find a cave to shelter from the elements. Start a fire so you don't freeze to death. You have a bleeding wound. Find or make a bandage and stop the blood loss. Okay, well, do we have any cloth in our inventory? Maybe we can make a bandage? Raft? We can make a bandage. It takes, we have nothing with which to make a bandage, and also, it would require us to stand outside for 20 minutes. Let's grab some birch bark. It said build a fire, so we're gonna need some sticks. What else we got? We're scavenging. We're in a hurt locker situation here. Will's gonna go down. What do we got? Oh, cardboard box. I mean, we could break, no. Ah, here we go, first aid kit. There will definitely be bandages in here. I knew it. Okay, sweet. We got bandages, we got antibiotics. I already know the controls for the Long Dark pretty well, so we're just going to apply a bandage to our plane crash injuries. And stop the bleeding. All right, we are no longer bleeding. Fantastic. Now we just got to get out of the cold. Maybe build a fire before we freeze to death. So we're going to pick up any kind of burnables we can. A little more extra cloth, cedar firewood. Do we actually need to start a fire? Can I just pick this up? Nope, but I can burn the shit out of myself. Delightful. So let's bust down a cardboard box. We are actually losing condition very rapidly. Okay, so touching fire is apparently bad. Oh, good work, Pete. You managed to learn every lesson every single 3-year-old in the world already has mastered. Fire bad, Pete. Fire burn. Don't touch fire. Fire hot! Well, we got the Frankenstein lesson out of the way. Man, we are losing condition really fast. How cold is it? It's not even that cold, Will, you big wuss, man. What's wrong with you? It's only minus 15 degrees below zero, and you're already crying like you're going down in a heap? Yeah, we should... There appears to be a cave up here. Is there anything else that looks like readily scavengeable? The Long Dark has taught me one thing. It's that you steal, borrow, beg, or pick up everything that's not nailed down. And some of the things that are nailed down, you pry them off the floor, and then you steal those too. All right, we really need to get in this cave. Oh, okay. We actually got the heartbeat sound, which means we could be borderline dying. All right, let's start our fire. Start a fire right here. Wood matches, some birch bark. Just use a stick, because we got a 75% chance here to get this fire started. Let's get this fire started, right? Right? Let's get this fire started quickly. And I'm not just ripping off some classic, 90s rock lyrics there. Rock, appropriate, some definitely pop. Definitely not ripping off some classic 90s pop lyrics there just for the sake of humor, but we seriously need to get this fire started right and quickly or we're gonna die. I can hear our heart slowly thudding in our chest. I mean, if we've got what is it? Bradycardia, I guess, is a slow heartbeat. If our bradycardia is this excessive, we're gonna probably die anyway. Yeah, good call, Will. Build a fire that's gonna last for 2 minutes and then just fall face first into it and die. So we're definitely dead. No, apparently we're fine. Okay, I mean, I would have figured at negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit, or Celsius, we would have definitely frozen to death in this cave, but everything seems hunky-dory. The 3 minutes of fire was just enough to warm this cave for the whole night. Status, you'll get a yes, I'm aware how condition works, thank you. So what is our, do we have what is this? We got like a mission? Produce some water and drink it to stay hydrated. Find and eat some food to keep your strength. Okay, so we have very basic survival goals. Find food, get water. Got it.
Stuck here a while.
Chunk of cedar firewood, that's pretty sweet. Well, so much for the fire that burns. I guess it went out. Can I take these rose hips now? I don't need those yet. What do you mean I don't need those yet? Just give me the rose hips. I want to use them. I know how rose hips work. Don't coddle me, Long Dark. Don't you baby me. We got to find something to eat. So, okay, what injuries do we have? Because our first aid meter is still up here. How are we hurt? We still have plane crash injuries and we have burns from a campfire. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, those campfire burns are just probably going to have to heal on their own. Mental note, don't touch fire. So there's water for purification tablets. I probably think we'll hang on to those, really, because we can just build a fire and boil water. There's an MRE, so we got some food. All right, a little bit of food, that's sorted. Something that we can shove down our gullet, which is good, because we are starving to death. Let's grab a newsprint, old book. What's in this plastic container? More food, maybe? Oh, some disinfectant, some wooden matches. All right. We will break this down. Okay, so now we are starving. Ooh, accelerant. We're starving, we're dying of thirst. Here's some more cloth we can use to make bandages. Still can't take the rose hips, huh? Okay. We don't have any more wood. There's really nothing else we can do for wood, so... Well, I guess we'll just go have a good old-fashioned Canadian cookout then. It's just an MRE and good old-fashioned melted yellow snow. Gonna die if you don't get some food soon? Well, here. Problem solved. Some delicious MREs. I really just hope it's not the chicken enchilada, because according to everyone I know who's eaten MREs, they say chicken enchilada is the absolute worst. So let's go start a fire, melt some snow, drink that, boil. Well, we'll probably boil it, then drink it. Maybe we'll use one water purification tablet, I think. Do we want to burn this book? I mean, we could read that book. We have some reclaimed wood, birch bark. We have 4 tinder plugs. What if we use a stick here? Tinder plug and a stick, 75. We have 12 matches. That's actually quite a few. We've got an even dozen matches. That's an even dozen fires. That's an even dozen chances to live. We can do this. We got this. Start this fire, Will. 75% happens 3 out of 4 times, man. That's a Canadian certainty. 3 out of 4 is 100% in Canada. Canada? Yeah, Canada. They pronounce it wrong, and they're bad at math. Firing a lot of shots at my my brothers to the north there. I kid. I kid because I love Canada. I kid because I love. All right, let's add some fuel on here. We're just going to use sticks for now because they're the one thing we sort of have an abundant supply of. Let's go over to the water menu. We're going to get ourselves 1 liter of water. And then we're going to just dunk a purification tablet in it, I think. So purify water, purify that 1 liter. Then we're going to drink it. And I have no idea what's going to happen then. I mean, we'll here, drink the water. Yes, I'm aware how melting snow works. Thank you. The Long Dark, man, they must be assuming that I am Canadian and that I don't understand how fire and water interact. What happens when you mix fire and water? Better make sure it doesn't get infected. You know, I'm going to add this chunk of cedar firewood here because what I'd really like to do is get some more water. We got 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's at least enough time to melt. We can probably get 2 liters done. Let's make ourselves 2 liters of water. Wow, I was channeling my Canadian brothers there. Oh, let's melt ourselves 2 liters of water, eh? Then we're going to drink it. We're using the metric system up here because we're way cooler than you old folks down south there. What with your Imperial? Yep, we've embraced the future up here in Canada. So that's done, and they want me to disinfect one of my wounds, huh? Okay, I mean, we have some antiseptic, so let's apply that to our right hand.
Damn it.
Treatment didn't do anything. I'm supposed to apply antiseptic to my plane crash injuries, but putting it on my burned hand helped not at all, huh? Okay. You maybe want to stoke that fire before you... Nope. Okay. You know, I don't really feel like the game's giving me the greatest opportunity to survive here, what with them constantly making me pass out in a fire that's going to last like 2.5 minutes.
Fire to keep from freezing to death.
You need a good long fire. Well, if history has taught me anything, Will, as soon as I start a fire, you're going to collapse and fall down into it face first and die, so you're probably doomed here. Alright, let's start picking up anything that will burn that we don't have to use time.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
You're not that cold, Will. I mean, you're getting cold ridiculously quick. What's our actual cold meter look like? It's really cold out. Okay. Crate? We could break you down. Breaking down crates takes a while. Oh, we got a bunch of books, though. Okay, what we want to do is focus on picking up sticks here, because sticks take... Oh, hey, another chunk of firewood. Sticks only take enough time. They take as long as it takes to actually pick them up. There's another chunk of cedar firewood. So it looks like they made more than enough wood for us to... So, oh, probably don't want to step off of that. Yeah, geez, that first step, boy, it's a doozy there. I love that joke. Oh, it's that one plays really well up here north of the border, Pete. That's a good one. That first step, oh boy, she's a doozy there. Was that your stomach growling, Will, or did you fart? I assume that was your stomach growling. I'm gonna break down a few more of these branches. I'm just keeping an eye on my condition. I am aware we're taking condition damage. There's a thing where if you're cold enough, long enough, eventually you'll get a hypothermia risk, and then potentially you can actually even get frostbite. Frostbite really sucks because it lowers your total health permanently. We're going to definitely want to try and avoid getting frostbite. I don't mind giving up a little bit of condition for some extra firewood. Another stick. Another stick. I don't mind sacrificing just a wee bit of our condition to get a shot at a little extra firewood here. We're only doing these 10 minutes at a time, so it's not really costing us... I mean, the opportunity cost on this firewood is still relatively low. Let's do one more. Then we're going to go back into our cave and hunker down, although we are borderline starving. So let's get back in our little cave here. Come on. Back in the cave, Will. And I'm assuming Will's gonna start a fire and then just immediately fall face first down into it, unconscious. Because the guy... We have a lot of matches. If we burn one of our books, we have basically a guaranteed start. But I would really rather just go stick with the stick, Pete. Dance with the one that brung you. Birch bark is apparently really good tinder. Sure, we'll try some birch bark. You know, if nothing else, we could boil that, because is it birch bark that you can boil that's like ghetto aspirin, or is that willow bark? Maybe willow bark. One of them has aspartame in it. Not aspartame, because that's a sweetener. Acetaminophen, that's the word I'm looking for. Birch bark, actually I'm pretty sure it's willow bark now that I think about it. It's like a natural source of acetaminophen. It's like proto-aspirin. If you boil willow bark. We need a fire that's going to last all night, saith Will. I saith this fire is probably going to last about 4 minutes, and then we're just going to immediately fall down into it face first.
Fire's life out here.
Yep. Nope, so they actually want us to build a legitimate fire. Okay. Let's check in some of this reclaimed wood. So, do we have a specific goal? Like, if we check our journal, does it tell us? Build a fire in the cave that will last the night, 9 hours. We gotta build a 9-hour fire, wow. Well, I mean, let's throw some sticks in here. We got a ton of sticks. Can we get this up to 9 hours with just sticks? Doesn't look like it. Let's go down to 5 sticks, and then we'll chuck in some cedar firewood here. 6 hours, 7.8, maybe 3 chunks of reclaimed wood doesn't quite get us there. 1 stick will do it. Nope, 2 sticks. There it is.
That should last me through the night.
Can I use this fire to boil water or anything? Nope, we're just gonna straight up immediately fall. Okay. Well, at least we didn't build a 3-minute fire and then die. Our burns have healed too, that's nice. I learned an important lesson, that fire is hot. Oh, we still have an hour and 45 minutes left on our campfire. We're totally cool. We're still a little cold, too. Let's... Journal missions updated. What's our mission, then? Explore the ravine. You need food to survive. Scavenge what you can eat until you're full. So we gotta fill our calorie meter. Alright, well, first things first. We got an hour and 43 minutes left on this fire. Let's take advantage of it. Gonna boil some more water. And... there we go. That gives us a fairly healthy supply of really unsafe water. Yeah, that's right, Pete. We call it unsafe water up here north of the border because, you know, there ain't no liquor in it. Can't really be sure that, that water's true and safe until you've added a little bit of, nature's go juice to it, if you know what I'm talking about there, Pete. Crows. Your ears are your best survival tool. Pay attention to your surroundings. You might glean information that's important for survival. For example, a murder of crows suckling up ahead. Suckling up ahead? Sure, they're suckling at the corpse of what I'm assuming is probably going to be Sean B. Am I gonna eat people, even a human corpse? It's like day 3 and I'm already going to cannibal, huh? Stomach feels like an empty pit. Well, first things first, let's break down this crate. We could use this firewood. And we should probably go over where the crows are, because how do we get over there, though? I mean, I can hear the calling of the crows, but we can't get up there. That crate was empty. Disappointing crate. Normally you had... Oh, this tree fell down. Oh, geez, the tree came right down, eh? Ooh, it's like it had a vendetta. It was looking out for old Will. It's like, hey, I'm going to come down and crush your skull, but I was too wiry for him and ducked out of the way. So, yep, there's crows. Dead moose. What's this? Got stuff. Some firewood, little stick. A coat, more important. Oh, hell yeah. Clothing is armor against the cold. Put that bad boy on. Gimme. Wear that. It's frozen. What does that mean? I'm wearing a frozen coat. I'm assuming it'll warm up as we do, like our body heat. Still can climb that. We're supposed to feed ourselves, though.
This carcass could save my life. This doesn't look too good, but what choice do I have?
Well, I assumed we were going to start the game by just eating people, and I gotta say, this is a welcome... It's a welcome slop from immediate cannibalism, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we harvested some meat. There's none left on this corpse. We smell now? Everything you can eat can kill you. When starving, you may feel desperate enough to take your chances, but generally eating raw meat is a bad idea. Cook it over a fire to avoid getting food poisoning or parasites. Cooked meat also lasts longer and attracts fewer predators. Okay, because we have a wicked reek going right now. Let's get back to camp and... Wasn't there, like, stuff up here? I thought there was stuff. Yeah, there's stuff. Can I search this backpack? Nope. I want to search the backpack, though. We're freezing. Okay, can we pick this? Oh, Astrid's hard case. Okay, here we go. What's inside? Oh, shit, it's locked. Great. Thanks to the TSA, now we have to have a lock on all luggage, so whatever food or salvation may lie inside this case is locked away forever. Good work, guys. Oh, well, thanks, Travel Safety Administration. So Will's sitting alone in a storm. Phone rings. Nice to see he's got a nice bottle of cold grape malt duck right there. Are you speaking or not? Because you don't seem to be speaking, Mackenzie.
Whoa. Well, slow down, Maureen. What are you talking about?
Who's Maureen?
It's okay, Maureen. I've got it from here.
All right. Who is Maureen and where is she that we're speaking to?
Hello, Will.
What are you doing here?
Apparently, Will's been spending his time working on his gin blossom.
Yeah. Years. I haven't heard from
Look
you
at that
since.
nose.
I know.
His gin blossom is in full
I
bloom.
wouldn't be here if it
Actually,
wasn't.
so is whoever this woman is.
Well,
Oh, this must be Astrid because she's got the
What
case.
brings you... I mean... Are you sick?
No, not me.
She waxed full
But I need
Canadian
to
there.
get to
Oh,
someone.
no, not me, but gotta get to someone who's real sick, eh?
So you're still a doctor?
She is not a doctor.
Still
A
a
woman
doctor.
with a gin blossom like that has definitely been
Not
kicked
the
out of the
doctor.
medical association for drinking on the job.
Why are you here?
Well, I came to treat your alcoholism there. I heard you had some
There's a
serious
great big
cirrhosis. Your gin blossom's in hardy full bloom there, Will.
Great Bear. There's nothing there anymore. Not since...
I know, but I have to get there.
Could one of
trying
you
to
let
save the
the
world.
other one finish a fucking sentence so that maybe the
Somebody has
player
to.
knows what's going on a little
What's that
bit?
supposed to mean?
Mackenzie, Will, I didn't come here to fight about the past. I
No,
need a
apparently you
pilot
came here to
take
go to
me
Great
somewhere
Bear.
remote.
Yeah, Great
Someone
Bear.
who won't ask too many questions. Someone I can trust.
Someone who's just drunk enough to take his ex-lover, maybe, up in a plane in
Are you gonna
Blizzard?
help me or not?
Well, Will's
What's
probably
in the case?
drunk and stupid enough
See,
to
there's
do
that
it,
thing
so...
about no questions, remember?
What's in the case, Astrid?
Oh, what's in
No
the case there, girlie? I'm not
questions.
taking you nowhere till you answer me what's in the case, eh?
The weather out there is bad.
It's real bad. Ain't been this bad since the winter of '06.
You walk in here after years. I could have been dead. You could have been.
I mean, both of you look like you're gonna be dead very shortly, given the amount of liquor you've got to be drinking to get a gin blossom like that. Capillaries in your nose have exploded like somebody detonated a bomb in there.
Asked me to.
Yes.
Oh, well, geez, you convinced me then. All right, then. Let's go.
Bring him back.
This isn't about that.
Bring who back?
I know how hard it's been.
No.
So-
You don't know, Mackenzie.
Would you let somebody finish a sentence?
You don't know
Either one of you.
anything.
You don't think I feel it too?
Are you gonna take me or not? The longer I wait, the worse it'll get.
Actually, I'm kind of pissed off now. I'm not really taking you anywhere.
Wait.
Yeah, she's gonna walk.
The worst what?
Oh, forget it, eh? I'll walk to Great Bear.
Why do I have a feeling you're not talking about the weather?
Because I'm not.
What the hell are you talking about? Could one of you finish a sentence so that maybe the player could be clued in on what the hell's going on?
Throw your bags in the plane. I'll get started on pre-flight.
I guess not. I guess that backstory is gonna have to come in a later flashback, eh? Clearly, it must have been a pretty damn rough ride, because we crashed in the wilderness and are dying. I don't know if I'd want to take Astrid. I can't imagine a plane ride with Astrid. You would never get to finish a single thought. Like, she would interrupt you every time you started a sentence.
I hope she hasn't already died for it.
Well, I mean, honestly, she probably died of cirrhosis. The plane crash didn't... I mean, her... Okay, let's look at facts here, Will. Based on the status of her gin blossom, we have to assume that she has at least some level of cirrhosis, much like you. Both of you are gonna have, like, giantly engorged livers that are just swollen and inflamed. The odds of both of you surviving an impact like a plane crash on a swollen, blood-gorged liver from countless thousands of gallons of liquor poured down your gullets, neither one of you guys is going to survive that crash. It's a goddamn miracle you're alive, Will. Apparently you broke the fall with your hand. That's how you managed to stay alive. Okay, so we're just going to get all of the wood here. We're already starving. I mean, we can't get more starving. Plastic container we already searched. That one's empty. We searched that already. Yep. Okay, nothing going on here. Can't really do anything with that limb because it's too big. Let's break down one more branch. Go cook this deer meat. Get ourselves... I mean, we don't need to take the dehydration damage, though, because we have water. We can handle the drink. That we got. Well, I don't know, Pete, there. You say you can handle the drink, but you said give an old man a drink there. That wasn't really what old Will had in mind. I mean, you saw what was sitting on the desk next to the old playing cards there. Had me a nice big flag in there, Canadian Jack, and I was looking forward to getting maybe a little of that Yukon Jack in me, too. But I guess that's plans just gone out the window, eh? Well, all right, then. I have to assume that once we complete our mission here, we're just going to fall face first into a fire and collapse unconscious. So we're going to start this fire, cook this meat, eat it, maybe boil a little water. It said eat till we get full. I have to assume, based on every time we've completed an objective, we've immediately collapsed into a comatose state. That Will is going to fall into a coma the second his stomach is full. So let's build up the fire a little bit and then take advantage of that so we don't waste a bunch of fire time. We got to conserve resources. That's what the Long Dark is all about. My 110, 120 days that we played in Stalker mode and survival have taught me that, you know, don't waste anything. You're always going to need more of what you don't have. Conserve, conserve, conserve is the rule. So we got some raw venison here. Oh, it's gone real gamey there, Pete, but don't worry. We'll cook the bugs right out of it. Sure, I can see a few parasites wiggling around there in the red flesh of the meat, but, you know, them's good eating. That's just a little extra protein down there at the bottom for you. We are still losing condition because of the aforementioned starvation. So let's cook this on up. We got 4 slabs of venison. I don't think we're going to need to eat all of that to get our stomach full. That seems like a lot. Let's chuck on a little more wood. Reclaimed firewood is kind of heavy. Let's do this. Boil ourselves. You know what? Give me another 2 liters of water, yeah. We're going to get good. We're going to get good and satisfied here. We're going to have plenty of food and water stockpiled. We got to build it up. Do I want to purify water? We save purifying water for emergencies. You never know when those purification tablets are going to come in handy. Also, you know what? There could be quests or something. Maybe somebody needs like an emergency drink and we could be like, bam, water purification tablet. You're good to go, dog. Food, so eat this. And then that got us, what, like about halfway? Eat another one, 880. So we got like quite a few calories of raw venison here. Are we good? No, we are not. This is a smallish. Okay, eat the smaller chunk. We're good. And then like we drink our fill. All right. We have a full stomach. Now what? Journal. See if you're strong enough to climb out of the ravine. Alright, well, temperature is full gauge. We're full. We're all full gauge everywhere. Alright, let's go climb out of the ravine then. It's time to blow this pop stein. Actually, you know what it's time to do? It's actually time to wrap up this episode. Looking at the clock here, we're going to have to try and bust out of this ravine in a minute. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more of the adventures of old Will and his swollen, cirrhosis-riddled liver, you might consider subscribing as well. Gonna post new episodes of The Long Dark every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Man, I am super excited to be back in it. Oh, it's so good. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.